Hey, what's up, guys? So, I'm gonna go over how to do the whole stem thing. I've had a lot of people ask, and I've had to ask a lot of people also how to send a stem. Like when somebody else hears something in all this mess, if they're like, "Man, on track 4, I really like the little melody you got going on there," or on track 1. So you just go through your tracks pretty much. Somebody might have heard too much going on in this song, but somebody might have heard something that they liked that they could put in their own mix. Just kind of letting you listen to it for a second here. Alright, cool. So that's the song that we got, and that's what we're going to work with. It's got 12 different tracks, and it doesn't look like I exploded all the tracks because on one of these here, whenever I hit it on my drum while I was playing here, watch. There's 2 drums on this pad. Right there, track 10. There it is. 2 different drums. I'm just going to loop through here. Alright, so what we're going to do there, just because I want all my tracks to be separate. The guy or whoever's asking might not want to even use your drums, but instead of just doing them, sending them in different programs, you want to send them in individual tracks. Because that's the whole point, you know what I mean? Unless you don't want him editing your drums or something like that individually, which that's a big topic on copyrights and all that, If you work really hard on your stuff, you might not just want to send out your best work in a stem file without copywriting it. But, for fun and stuff like this, man, 10-minute beats or whatnot, just sending stuff out or sharing with other people, as long as you get your 2 cents in, I guess. But I would only do stems just for like experimental stuff that you don't really, if it's not trademarked, man, I wouldn't even send it for real. I know a lot of people that sample things, cars, and you hear the commercial with the same audio clips that he showed me about a month ago. And, he would surround the car with little microphones and get the door, the exhaust, every single sound that you could possibly get on it. And now all the sounds are on this commercial, but he didn't copyright any of his sounds and gave it to the wrong person. Now somebody else, is making easy money off of that. So yeah, just before you do any collaboration or anything, if it's something you really care about, go through a little copyright or get a little barcode or something like that. Register your song somehow. But put a timestamp on it or something in the background. Anyway, let's get back to this. So for track 10, I'm going to hit that pencil, explode it. So now I got my drums on those tracks. So okay, we're going to take this and hit this little folder here and save as. It does that there too. We're going to save this as stems. Okay. Do we want to save this? You know what? Let's cancel this. This is why I like this software right here. Check this out. You go to your file, and you can save current sequence, MIDI control scene, all programs, or save project as, or you can export it. That's what we're going to do. This is for if you just have an MPC user that you just want to drag the whole project in. They have the same plugins you got, and you just want them to do something with. You can save it like this and just drag it right on here, and everything pops up. But like I say, you got to have the same plugins. You can't have VIP plugins running, or he'll have to. I mean, you might as well send it to him MIDI. This way, he can put his own sounds if it's not going to have the same plugins. But same plugins and all that, I would just use this. Send it to your buddy, MPC user to MPC user stock. Yeah, here, work on this. You know, that's the fastest way to do your stems on that. You just take this Save Project Archive. It's one little file. You just drag it right onto the screen, and it pops up, populates everything. We don't want the pattern or the sequences. You know, these are all user-friendly to all these MPCs. MIDI sequence file, now Fruity Loops, and I haven't really messed with too many other programs, but you want to save this as MIDI track file. This way you can drag it into your Fruity Loops. In Fruity Loops, you can only drag it in and then put in like your audio clip one at a time. But yeah, you can drag each one and put it on there. But as a MIDI track file, again, if you don't have the plugins and you just like, man, I got some sounds that would totally sound better over that piano or that violin or anything like that. So if I send somebody a track with 5 piano tracks blended in together, they could just put a horn or whatever they wanted over it. But yeah, it would populate real nice on the on his Fruity Loops or whatever MIDI DAW he was using. Now we're gonna do this as a MIDI as a mixdown, audio mixdown. Alright, now we don't need the separate programs, okay? Now if I didn't explode all my tracks already, I would have probably like 5 or 6 tracks, but I layered piano on some tracks. I overdubbed a lot, especially on my drums. I did 16 drums and then I exploded them. But if I didn't explode them, it would just show one track from my drum program, for my VIP program. You know, for my Fruity Loops program, it would only be 3 different tracks because there are only 3 different programs. So what we're gonna do is explode tracks, right? And we want it in WAV. You can do it in MP3 also, but WAV format has a wider range. Okay, just this is what you want. So in the audio tail, I mean, some people, if you have like a crash symbol or something like that, and you got to ask the person how they want this. You know, do they want it in a MIDI file? Do they want it in a sequence, a pattern? Do they want it, I mean, individual tracks? Are they going to loop it? But most likely, if you're sending somebody a stem, they're going to want to just take a track and add it to their stuff. So if you give them 5 extra seconds afterwards, it's kind of nice. Because if you have a crash at the end of the sequence, it won't just loop back. You know, it'll give you that nice crash, and it gives him a little room to work with, too. So we're just going to leave that like that, okay? And go ahead and export this. We're going to... I don't want to save it here. I want to save it on my C desktop in this folder. I'll name it Cholito Wave, okay? So let's save it in there. It takes track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the tracks individually. Okay, so we should be done with this. I'm going to close out of the... No, we're not. Because then nothing will work. Okay. And so here they are, right? These are the stems that we just put in. All WAV file. And what's cool is if you were to open up, I only use this right here. It looks like a legit program, Cubase, LE It came with my, one came with my Yamaha Max F keyboard that I just got, and it's Yamaha's a beast, man. They focus a lot on their instruments, but it came with this software, which is pretty cool. I just installed it, and it took me a while, so I've been wanting to put this up for a while now today. So forgive me if I do anything wrong, but right off the bat, I'm like, okay, this looks like Burnout Paradise on my PlayStation, where I'm getting news feed and all kinds of weird stuff. So I'm just going to go acoustic guitar and vocal under recording, and then hit create, whatever. I don't have any of this stuff mapped out, and I don't care, because I'm not trying to listen to I want to see it, okay? I haven't been able to do this, so I'm kind of excited about it. Me personally, I would like to be able to drag this whole thing here and put it on here, and then have it go like that. Alright? I want to see, I don't even know where to search, like, for files, like import, anything like that. So I'm gonna figure this out real quick together here. Just bear with me. I'm struggling. Can we put that over here? No? Damn it. How about we open this? It didn't like that. Okay? So let's open this folder here. Now if I were to take this track by track, now all of a sudden it knows what's going on. Copy file to working directory, convert to project. Let's not ask that again. Okay, so it's got a track there. Looks like we're gonna have to add a few audio tracks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 14, because we got one. Right? Did it give me 14 audio tracks? Yes, it did. Okay, so this is a good way. I mean, it still takes freaking forever. Don't get me wrong. There's got to be a way to just take all these. But then again, if I only wanted one track out of the whole thing, then, that shouldn't be a problem. But if I wanted all of them, hell, let's just drag them on here. Should just be able to drag them on the whole folder. I know I'm being lazy, but man, it just slows down my workflow too. It's like, I don't want to have to guess which one of these is what. So again, you can always go through and label these. These should be labeled. Anyway, man, what I'm saying is that's how you send your stems out to other people. So let's say look at that. I could have just selected them like that. I know there's people out there laughing like he could have just selected them all like that. Alright, get out of here. And yeah, I wasn't able to do that in Fruity Loops. Alright, I tried this in Fruity Loops and it gave me hell, guys. I couldn't do it. I could do it in the audio clip thing. It was just a big mess. It didn't look clean. So I took a chance with this, and it looks okay so far, I think. So these are all my different tracks. And if we align them all, it should have been to where I drag the folder on here or open it, and I know you can do it. I just haven't been able to. And yeah, I don't have my audio preferences set up or nothing on here. Here we go. Let's see. I know I like to go through and do things together on this, so forgive me. But you can see that the audio tracks are all there and that they're moving. Yeah, I'm learning this right now, so. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's going to be a lot for me to learn. But there it is, okay? There it is right there. I took it from my MPC. You know, took this song. And there it is right there. It's all separated. So if this guy wanted to go here and just be like, alright, I want this out, this out, this out. And he takes this channel right here, right? And he wants to add it 4 different times and add different gates to it. You know what I'm saying? Add different timing or different effects or whatever it is to it. Like I say, I don't know this program that well, but there's got to be a lot of stuff that I can do as far as inserts. But yeah, I'm not going to get into that right now. It's really cool, man, because you used to have to send out, if I wanted to send somebody 15 different stems of my song, I'd have to record and send it out 15 different times. Just play it one sequence at a time and mute it out. Now with the MPC, you just explode your tracks, it all comes out separate, makes everybody happy. You just gotta find a good user interface, man. I really think that Logic is the way to go on this, to where you can just, I'm not trying to be lazy, but to take this right here, finished what I hear, nice and dry, and drag it right onto Logic. It's just the whole folder, just like, bam, would you like to separate this and all these tracks? Yes. Blam, pops up, and then you can get to work, man, you know what I'm saying? And that's just totally hot, dude. I think that's so cool. But, where is that thing? Jeez, I was going hi-hat crazy. Again, this is a beat that I made in like maybe 10 minutes or on a previous video. It's not something I spent hours and hours and hours on. And yeah, I'd be messed up if I heard this on the radio because it isn't copywritten. And I'd be like, oh, I should have copywrote that. You know, or if it could have been one track off of here. And just been like, dude, because I sent somebody all my stems to the song that I worked on. But this one right here, 10 minutes, man. I mean, that's how I'd like to send my songs out. And if I was a music manager or somebody who needed to receive music to master it and everything like that, man, I tell you what, I would rather get 10 beats a day without any effects, without any mastering, without anything at all. I would just rather get it straight up dry like this, because I'm going to add my own stuff. The artist is going to add their own stuff to it too, man. They're going to want to fade in and fade out at different points. They're going to want a different reverb on the drums or whatever. But as far as the sound and the pattern and everything's there. So just don't spend, you know, 3 or 4 days working on one beat, man. You need, with this, you should be able to make 10 at least a day if you get into it, if you're really serious about it. So yeah, sending a stem off this ain't nothing, dude. But I do have songs, man, that I've been working on. You know, I try to put lyrics to and stuff like that. Yeah, those are mine, and they are trademarked and copyrighted and all that stuff. But ain't nothing wrong with sharing it. But just, you know, trust some people that, you know, it's hard to find people to trust. So just make sure you know who you're sending your stuff to, and you know, on these files and stuff. Let me show you this. I can right click on here and go to these properties, and underneath security, you know, you can change this. You can be like, yeah, the guy can listen to it, he can't edit it. You know, all the security stuff here underneath your properties, under your stuff. The details, right? If someone were to say, oh no, that was my sound and all that, and you're like, oh yeah, let me see the work, and if somebody came to investigate and it's like, okay, cool, they pull up Cholito track 00, and then they look up this stuff underneath the properties, because this comes along with the file, okay? And put something here, you know, put your initials. This is all on your computer. My MPC desktop stem, see? That's mine. It's proof, right? It's not trademarked, but somebody can't come and mess with it and say, oh no, it's mine. It's like, no, it's not, dude. I made this right here. And, you know, if you can program this here into your computer, you probably shouldn't be making beats. You should be programming computers. So, just letting you know. Other than that, man, I think it was a good video, and I've been getting a lot of good feedback on this YouTube channel. Like I say, it's my first. I'm not going to save this. But yeah, that Cubase seemed to work out, but I'm looking more, if you guys that have done stems or seen that I've done something wrong here, you know, I don't want it as programs. I want all my tracks separate. That's how I have it like that. I understand the program and the track difference. But I was wondering if like Logic would work better for something like this, because I know I can open up my MPC, you know, even with these stems. I mean, MPC works for MPC stuff, okay? We're going to stop and go here and open up a new session. Don't save anything. Alright? Now, if I were to receive this folder like this from here, I just put it right in there like that. And there it goes. All my stuff, all my samples, every single thing over here. Alright? Doesn't mean I can hit play and go, or whenever I hit my tracks, all my tracks aren't going to be there like that. Okay? Because I didn't save it as sequence files or anything like that. But as far as my samples go, if he wants to hear them, all I had to do is drag that on there. So, you know, track 1 right here, track 2. And then I can look at them like that. But I want to see them go on separate tracks automatically when I drop that in there. So, I mean, yeah, I got the stem. No problem. No doubt about it. It's definitely there, and you can mess with it. But I want to see it on different tracks. I don't want to have to put it on different tracks. I want it to automatically split it up. And I don't know if that was, if I do it by different programs, if that would help, but this should have done it. So I like that one sound. Let's hear what it sounds like. Please. Cool. So if I was listening to that whole song that I had sent, and I'm like, dude, that little sound that he's got in there, I like that sound, I could use that. So here you go. You just grab it, right from in there. And you know, if you're gonna send stuff to people, send it. Don't name it Cholito track 1 all the way to track 17. Let them know what it is. Like this says acoustic tom, that's cool. Acoustic cymbal, different program, acoustic kit. Okay, name your stuff this way. They know it's the wobble noise or whatever it be. And no, that's it, dude. And that's that 5-second tail that I gave it. This way, if he wanted to do anything or anything like that, it's just a little easier. Man, I have fun making this video, and again, if there's anything I can do, you know, say, hey man, I think you could do this, or you did this wrong, or go about it like this, I will get up and give it a shot. So don't be scared, you know, give me a like, share, subscribe, and just leave some feedback on the channel, man. I really enjoy doing this, so right on.